Yeah, we are live. We are live. As we scheduled earlier, as we promised, I'm always in the habit of bringing individuals who are doing amazing stuff to be a blessing to the community, all right? Because I believe in shared prosperity. I believe in people, becoming better versions of themselves. I believe in individuals making money because I feel like when a lot more individuals are empowered, then we live in a saner society. We live in a more um, encouraging society. All right. So today I have with me another gentleman. All right. Individuals have been accusing me that I'm always bringing women, 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 women. That today there will be. I hope that today they will change their testimony. All right. I've brought an amazing young man. He's a young man, quite a young guy, even though he's married and got kids. Was a young guy, right? Um, so I've known him for a long, long time, right from the days when I had a community on Facebook called Pen and Ink Masters that I'm no longer running now because I have evolved and have moved on into other things. But Pen and Ink Masters grew into a 15,000 member community, if I can remember, before I shut it down and moved on to other things. So Ima has been there, right from the time that I set up the community, and I've been seeing his works, seeing how he's been growing. Of course, I've been growing myself, but I've watched how he has been evolving from one thing to the other. And so today, we decided that we're going to have this conversation concerning one thing that links the both of us together, which is writing. All right. He writes, I write. He authors books, I author books. So today we are going to be looking at how you can make money from writing. How you can make money from writing. All right. I remember when I was about to leave paid employment, I worked at an oil servicing company for 10 years before I resigned. I remember when I was resigning, a friend of mine said to me, "So you did resign from your oil servicing company to go and be writing on Facebook?" That was how the tone was very condescending. But then one thing about me was that as at the time that I was about to leave, I had already built my mindset to the point that nobody's statement, nobody's remarks would be enough to make me to deviate or to stay off the path of focus. So, and today, the truth is that that guy admires me. And I remember last year when his wife reached out to me to say that she wanted me to have a consulting session with her, and I gave her my bill, and it brought a smile to my face that that she couldn't pay the bill, right? It wasn't as the means of, there's this thing about you felt good, like okay, like a revenge kind of thing, but then, on the other hand, I felt good that, the guy's wife had returned back to me to ask me to help her on one thing or the other, right? So writing is something that has been a great blessing to me. I write every blessed day. Sometimes 1,000 words, sometimes 2,000 words, sometimes 3,000 words. On a very good day, I could do 5,000 words, as the case may be. Right. So, it's a great opportunity for us to have this conversation. All right, surrounding how you can make money from this gift of writing. Okay, so I have with me here Emmanuel Olatunji, and he will be doing justice to that. He'll be sharing his journey, he'll be sharing how he has been building, and most importantly, to share how you can make money from writing. Okay, Iman, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. So, guys, you are here as usual. Please let us know where you are tuning in from. Let's know your city around the world, and we will say hello to you. All right, as we progress. And then one very important thing that I tell individuals to do when they join my live streams is to share. Let your friends be part of this. I tell
Yes.
individuals, if your friends who keep asking you for money become better and they start making money for themselves, is it not a
Yeah.
good thing? It reduces
See.
pressure. If you are the only light in your neighborhood, you go tired to the shine. That's the truth.
Yes.
Your body go they
Yes.
prepare you. I mean, every day they shine, they shine. Some days you go say, man, I don't want to shine again. Make another person do this shining. Do you get? And then you tend to relax. right? So the more prosperous individuals around us, the better for us. Because when you have a problem and you open your mouth and say, "Hey guys, I have a problem," then individuals around you who are prosperous can donate for your cause, can come together and rally around and help you to overcome the problem. So that's why I encourage people to, when they join live streams, invite your friends. If they share the live stream as we are doing now, as we are here right now, you can take a moment and share the live stream to your own timeline and let other individuals, be part of the conversation we're having, so that they themselves can become better at making money from writing, and we grow together as a people. Okay, so welcome Imar to this time, this conversation, and he will take it up from there. Imar, share us with us your story and tell us how you have been making money and how we can make money from writing.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I'm very grateful. This is a wonderful opportunity to be on this platform. Thank you, sir. Okay, like the Don rightly said, my name is Emmanuel, and today I'll be talking about how you can make money from writing. Before I go into the full details of what I'm going to be sharing with you, I'd like to start with a story because I always like to start with a story. It's going to give a better overview of what I'm going to be talking about. So, back in 2015, it dawned on me that um, I would like to start making money online. Yes, I there was this news all over the place that you can start making money from the comfort of your home, and I thought that wow, this is a fantastic idea. At that time, I was working with a reputable organization, a reputable school, a private school, big school, all these big men school. I was working. It's a boarding school, so I was working as the um, the tutor for the boarding students. So that was what I was doing at that time. But then at that point, there was this wave of people making money online. I was seeing several testimonials online of people who were posting that they were making money, and I know that okay, wow, this is actually true and it's a good idea. So by at that time, it dawned on me that yes, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to work from the comfort of anywhere I am, leveraging the internet and probably doing something that can afford me freedom, time, and I can still make good amount of money to live the kind of life that I want to live. So it was since then I embarked on this journey of, you know, making money, from the internet. That was then. I didn't even know that it would be writing at that time, but I was learning, I was investing in myself. I'll tell you one funny story. At a point, I was listening to a radio conversation. Then I heard of this opportunity to learn how to make money on the internet at that time. All these people who come on radio to sell their product or service. So the training was going to hold i- in a certain venue, and the entry fee was 10,000 naira. At this time, although I was working, but I was also schooling at the same time, and the only cash on me was the money that my mother sent to me, for school. So I took at that time I was saying I was borrowing it, right? But I used that money because I actually wanted to learn how I can also start making money from the comfort of anywhere I am. So I took that money to pay for the class, and on the D-Day I went there. A lot of people, attended that session, and when I got there, what they taught us was Fiverr. I'm sorry, not Fiverr. What they taught us was forex trading and e-commerce. That was the first day in my life I got to know about forex trading and e-commerce. And yes, the tutor, they did well. The tutors rather, because it's not just one person. They did well, and but then after that session, I went back to square one because I got to realize that to start, forex, you still need a little amount of money to start. Also, to start e-commerce, you still need a little amount of money. But it was my last car. In fact, my school fees I used in paying for that course. So I went back to ground zero. And aside from that, I just felt like, see, I am not vibing towards that. Like, I know that it's credible. I know because they showed us proof of people who, they've made money from e-commerce and forex trading and all of that. But the, there's this connection was not just there for me. Even though I understood everything they taught, I understood everything. I could even teach other people to start doing it. But because of I didn't have money to further it, I was discouraged. So then I went back to ground zero. But then in 2016, before 2016, towards like December 2015 and all of that, it's dawned on me that yes, writing is the thing. Writing. So at that time, I made up my mind that okay, I will start making money from writing. And please note this: before 2016, I've been writing. I started writing as far back as 2009. Yeah, as far back as 2009. That was when I went fully into writing. I don't want to go into many stories today, but since 2009 till 2015, I was just this Facebook writer, right? People just know me as a passionate writer, but I was not making a dime from it. But in 2016, I knew that yes, now is the time for me to go fully into making money from it. So I resigned from the school I was working at that time, and I went back home and I just said, okay, I'm going fully writing, okay? And trust me, since then, it's been a beautiful journey since then because that was what I've been doing since 2016 till this point, and that's what I'm still doing. So I started with absolutely nothing. I started with absolutely nothing, and today I've built a life for myself with what my writing skill, and that is something that should inspire you. If you are a writer, you can build the life you dream of with your writing skill. Because at that time, I did not have any other skill. Yes, I cannot design. I don't know how to design. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to dance. I don't know how to do many things. But I knew that I could write at that time because I have been writing before that time. So I said, this writing thing, I'm going to go fully into it. And that was how I started. And today I've learned different ways to make money from writing. I've made money from writing using different strategies, which I'm going to be sharing with you today. So basically, that was my story. That was how I started, and that was how I got here. Okay. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I was able to achieve that, how I was able to move from absolutely nothing. And when I said nothing, I meant nothing. The only thing I had then was my smartphone. I had my smartphone then, internet connection, yes. And at that time, that was 2016, I had 5,000 naira. And that 5,000 naira, I sent it to, Fola Gbade. If you go and ask him, because I've known a lot of people for a long time. He was my first ever graphic designer. I'm sure he has not forgotten. If you ask him, he was the one that designed my first ever flyer in my life. I sent him that money and he designed it, and I was really, really excited. His service to me at that time was awesome. It was fantastic, and I was really grateful for it. So at that time, that was the last card. That was the money I had, that 5,000 naira. In fact, I was going to balance because it was 10K he charged me far back at 2016. So I was going to balance it 5K, and he was gracious enough. So he did my first flyer, and I started making money from writing from that point on. What was the strategy I used then? I'm going to share it with you as I go on in this session. But before I start sharing the strategies you can apply to start making money from writing, it is important that you need to know that you cannot just wake up and say, oh, I want to start making money from writing. You need to understand the step by step guide, because if you see anything working today, you can quote me anywhere. There is a step by step plan to that thing. If you say anything, maybe you say a musician, making money and is successful, I tell you, that musician, there is a step-by-step plan that musician is applying, to a skill to kind of achieve the results that he is achieving. Okay, so the same applies to writing. So if you see any writer coming online today to tell you that I made so amount, or like our great Don, we all know that in this field of writing, the Don is the boss. He has seen it all, and is in fact has cashed out big time. But trust me, you all know that it's not just all about coming to Facebook and type and make money. No, there's so many, step by step. There are so many principles to this thing, so many strategies to this thing, and that is what I'm going to share with you today. So, do you want to start making money from writing? The story I just shared with you today, does it inspire you? Does it kind of pique your interest and you feel like, yes, this is also what I want to do? I want to also start making money from writing. Then follow me as I share with you the step by step, guide on how you can achieve that. So, what's the first point I'm going to share with you, or the first lesson I'm going to share with you today? And that is, you need to know your writing purpose. Yes, you need to know your writing purpose. That's the first point I'm going to share with you. The late Miles Monroe said that when you don't know the purpose of a thing, abuse is inevitable. So I'm going to say that when the purpose of your writing is unknown, you will abuse your writing skill. I'll repeat that again. When you don't know the reason you want to write, you don't know the why behind your writing, you are going to abuse your skill, because you will not be able to function well. You will not be able to achieve the desired result. It is the clarity of your purpose that will determine a lot of things for you. Sir Emeka Nobis is one who understands why he writes. He understands why he writes. When he picks up his writing gadget and he knows whatever he wants to achieve. He has written. I have many of his books. And one thing that will come, but that will call out to you in each of his book is that there is clarity of purpose. Now, I will, before this session, started, I saw he has posted about his book Shameless Marketing that is coming out 2024. That's next year. That is clarity of purpose. You understand? He's so clear about what he wants to achieve with his book. He's so clear about what he's writing regarding that book, and he's putting in the work. So the clarity of your writing purpose will, determine a lot of things for you. So a lot of people say, I want to make money from writing. I want to make money from writing. But if you ask them, why do you want to write? They start looking up. They start looking left and right. Like, they cannot answer you. How are you now going to make money from that kind of a skill that you are not sure, you are not even clear? You are not clear about why you want to write. You don't know exactly the problem you want to solve with that skill. And let me quickly say this. It's the clarity of your writing purpose that will determine the problem you want to solve with your writing skill. Now, every writer is solving a problem. Yes, that's professional writers, every writer that is making money out there is solving a problem. Because to make money, you must be solving a particular problem before you can make money. So this thing is not magic, and this thing is not just theoretical. No, it is practical. You can apply it and get the desired result, but you must know what to do. So you must understand why you want to write. That's the first thing. It is very, very paramount. You cannot excuse this. You cannot bypass it. All right. You just need to have a clarity of your purpose, and you need to have a strong why. Understand? You need to have a strong why. Why do you want to, write? Why do you? Is it because you see, Sir Emeka Nobis posted, I just made 7 million naira from this. I just made this amount, and you want to bump into it? You are going to get frustrated if you don't have a strong reason. The reason I write is grossly different from the reason Mr. Emeka Nobit writes. It's different from the reason Mute Efe writes. It's different from the reason Sunday Anani writes. We all have our reason. So if you are watching me right now and you want to start making money from writing, please and please clarify your purpose. Why do you want to start writing? What problem do you want to solve? What kind of a writer do you want to become? These are cogent questions you need to ask yourself and provide answers to, so that you can not make a fool of so that you will not make a fool of yourself. And that's the first thing. I can go on and on, but let me just stop it there so that I can share other points with you. Aside from clarifying your writing purpose, another thing that you need to do, or another principle that you need to obey if you want to start making money from writing, is that you need to be passionate. You need to be passionate about writing. When Dijon was speaking earlier on, I was so happy when he said he writes every day. He writes every day. You see, one thing you will agree with me about Emeka Nobis is that he shares his results. He is generous with information. You cannot take that from him. Sometimes the way this man shares his results and the steps he takes, I was like, Kai, he's just so generous, with his information and with his results. So when he said he writes every day, that's a secret that many up and coming writers are not paying attention to today. Every writer today just wants to make it. Oh, Emeka Nobis is making this amount from writing. Emmanuel also boasts that he makes 7 figures from writing. Okay, I want to start making money from writing. It doesn't just work that way. Are you as passionate as he is? If someone says I write between 1,000 to 5,000 words every day, do you understand the gravity of that? Do you understand the intensity? Do you understand the work in that? Oh God, that is a crazy amount of work. Writing is a taxing skill, just like any other skill. Writing is very taxing. It's going to, tax your brain. It's going to, see, you're going to be creative. You have to think. You have to be observant. A lot of skills go into writing. Many skills, not just one. You have to pay attention, from listening to observation to being creative. So many things. So if someone is now telling you that he writes between 1,000 to 5,000 words, you don't need a soothsayer to let you know that that is passion speaking. I can boldly say this, that Sir Emeka Nobis is one of the passionate writer you can ever come across. He is just so passionate. You cannot take that from him. And when I'm talking about passion, I am saying that you need to have this obsession for writing. The angle at which I am talking is different from what many people know today. I'm talking about you need to have a level of love for writing. You need to have strong desire. You see, there are some skills that you can be successful at if you don't really, or some work, or some careers or some field. I'm not vast in all areas, right? But when it comes to writing, I know the nitty-gritty. If you really want to make it as a writer, you cannot take that passion from it. No, you cannot. You will struggle. You'll be frustrated. You will be frustrated. You understand? Because before writing starts paying you, before writing starts, giving you the desired result, you have invested so many things into writing already. So if you don't have the love for it, how are you going to be patient enough to get the results you desire? Can you see why you need to love writing? So passion is key. And when I'm talking about passion, I love quoting Donovan Bailey. He's a Canadian athlete, and he said something profound, which I'm going to quote right now. He said, follow your passion. Be prepared to work hard and sacrifice. And above all, don't let anyone limit your dream. See, within the lines of those words, you will see that passion is something that you cannot escape from if you want to monetize your writing skill. You understand? You see, he started by saying, follow your passion. So as a writer, you need to develop that passion for writing. It is key. It is imperative. It is paramount. I don't know any other word to use to qualify it, but just know that you cannot do without it. The significance of it cannot be overemphasized. I cannot overemphasize why you need to develop a passion, a strong passion for your writing skill. You've got to be obsessed about it. Just like Emeka Nobi said earlier, I write every day. I write every day. Back in 2017, if I know 2016, still 2016, I was gravely sick. Yes, like I couldn't stand, I couldn't, I couldn't do anything. I was ill. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't eat. But guess what? I wrote a book that day. Yes, my second book was written on a sick sofa. It was not on a bed. I was sleeping on the sofa because that was where, I was during that period of my sickness. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't eat. I couldn't walk. But then I couldn't do without writing. Please, what does that speak to? Today now, people see me that, okay, I'm boasting that I make seven figures. People are paying me this amount of money, to write for them and all of that. People are wondering, is it that easy and all of that? But they won't understand that in 2016, on a sick sofa, you know, when I was terribly sick, I was still writing. All of these things point to you that if you see any successful writer out there, they have passion for writing. Check out Chimamanda Adichie. You can't take that passion out of her. She's passionate. Today, she's a celebrated writer all over the world, but she's passionate about writing. She didn't just become who she is today. You understand? So it's not that, oh, you first of all be given, some amount of money. It doesn't work that way before you can now show your writing prowess. No, writing is something that you have to showcase first of all before you can get anything in it. If Emeka Nobis is not showcasing his writing skill, do you think anybody will pay him? No. Do you think? No, just think it. Do you think anybody will pay him? No. But he consistently showcases. So whether he makes money or not, he is consistently showcasing it. And that is it. And that is passion speaking. So today, if he makes a billionaire from writing, he has done the work. He has put in the work. So please understand that you need passion if you want to make money from writing. I'm still coming to, because this is a practical session. I'm also a coach, so I love being practical. But I don't just want to give you, I don't just want to give you something that is not complete and you'll be wondering that, okay, just told us how to. So I need to start from the basis. So this is the fundamental principles. If you want to make money from, these are the fundamental principles. If you see anybody making money online today, trust me, study them well. They are applying these principles. So now this top thing I would like to talk about is what I love so much, and many people have testified this of me. If you are close to me, you will not find it difficult to say that yes, Emmanuel has this. Emmanuel has this. And what is that? It's consistency. It is consistency. Consistency is a secret ingredient, is a key ingredient to success in life. So if you want to be successful in any skill, not just writing, you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. This may sound like, a cliche, but it is just the truth. It is the truth. Consistency is important. So if, I see some writers struggling, and it's not because they are not good. It's not because they are not, effective, or they cannot speak or write well. No. But if you are inconsistent, trust me, you will find it difficult to make money from writing. Okay? Because, see, today, nobody is waiting for you. If you go off for what next 1 week, people move on to the next available person. I'm telling you. So you need to understand why we come here every single day to churn out content. It's because we cannot afford to be inconsistent. You understand? The secret to making money, if you say Emeka Nobi is saying that I made this, I mean that there is a level of consistency, he puts into everything he does. It is very, very important. Every day I am showcasing my service, I am showcasing myself. I'm writing every single day. There is no day I don't write. In fact, let me shock you. As I speak right now, I'm working on 50 books at the same time. Does that shock you? No. And I'm serious. And they are not going to be crappy books. Can you get that? That is consistency. So every day I am writing. Every day I'm working on a book. Every day I'm working on one content or the other. There is no day I don't write. So if I have this work ethic, if I follow this kind of principle, How do you think that I will not make money from writing? No, I will definitely make money from writing. I will achieve the result because I am putting in the work. I'm applying the right principles. All right. So you need to be consistent. Stop this. You post today, and the next 20 days, they don't know where you are again. Your audience don't know where you are. You now come again, so I'm sorry, I know you must have missed me. I just post another thing, and you go again. See, you are toying. You are not ready you are not ready to make money. But if you are ready for this thing, then you must be consistent. There's so many things that I can also share. You understand? But these are the fundamentals, these are the key principles. Once you have these things and you can apply them consistently, diligently, I tell you, your life will change. Your life will change. Your life will change. Anybody can make money online today. You don't have to know how to write like Emeka Nobis. You don't need to know how to write like Emmanuel Latunji. No, what you have is enough. What you have in it is enough, because you know what? There are people, wishing to be in the level that you are right now. Let me repeat that again. There are people wishing to be in the level that you are. I'm telling you. So if you can maximize your level right now, you can still make. You may not be able to make the kind of money a mechanobis is making, and that is the mistake. Some people are doing today. That's the mistake they are making. You start comparing yourself with people that have been there decades ago. They've been there. They've sacrificed. Don't you know that they have their moments? They have their low moment, but they've paid the price. They paid their dues. So stop comparing yourselves like, oh, but I am not making enough money like Emeka Nobis is making. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Do you know what Emeka Nobis has done? Do you see every day, see the kind of content he push out there, and is attracting audience, and his audience is growing. You have just 1,000 followers, and you are comparing yourself with someone that has over 80,000 followers. That's a wrong mathematical equation. So you need to understand this thing clearly. So when we're talking about making money from writing, you need to look at it from your own level. All right, from your own level. So you don't need to have the skill that the maker Nobi has. You don't need to have all the instruments. You don't need to have all the tools. What you have right now is enough for you to get you started. Do you think if I had waited like, okay, until I have everything, do you think I will be here? No, I told you I only had 5,000 naira and my gadgets. That was all. That was all. And at that time, most of what I know now, I did not even know it then. I did not have this beautiful office. I was not living in a duplex like I do now. I was not even married. Like, I did not have staff like I do now. I did not have a company to my name like I do now. I did not have platforms like I do now. I did not have over 30,000 followers like I do now. I did not have all of these things then. Back in 2016, I was just this guy like you. I was just like you. I was just in your level like this. Okay? So quit this mindset that, but I don't have this, I don't have that, or I will need this, I will need that. No. What you have is enough. What you have is enough to get you started. What you have is enough to get you the result that will move you now to the next phase. All right. So the next thing I would like to talk about is tools. What are the tools? I told you this is a practical session. So I don't just want to leave you hanging. I don't want to leave you imagining what will I do, or what do I need. Okay. So I'm going to cover up everything for you. Now, if you follow my story earlier, I think you already know about the tools, okay? So basically, no, let me talk about gadgets first. So if you have your phone like this, or you have your laptop, is enough. An internet connection is enough for you to start making money from writing, even as I speak right now, okay? But then, beyond your gadgets, you need tools that will aid your writing career. You need tools. We are in the technological world now, so you need to leverage technology to aid your writing skill. You need to. A lot of people are doing away with. Some people, I laugh and I just wonder, like, when people still say they are writing. I'm not against them. If that's you, fine, but you need to understand that the world has changed. Why will you still be wasting your time to write pen on paper? You write pen on paper, then after that, you now stress yourself again, start typing. After that, it's just laborious. You don't need to go through that laborious process. All you need to do, leverage gadgets. There are so, I mean, leverage tools. There are so many tools that can aid your writing skill and on the go. In fact, what if I tell you that even as a writer today you don't have to type? I told you I'm working on 50 books. Do you think it's by magic? Do you think I will have to type everything? No, there are a lot of ways you can even write today without even typing, and it will still be your content, it will still be original. Okay, so I will share some writing tools with you, and one writing tools that can help you today is WPS. I love WPS. It's just a fantastic tool. All right. And if you are using Android phone like this, you can download WPS. I think most Android phone today come with WPS. All right. So WPS is a fantastic writing tool. Evernote is another beautiful writing tool. Okay, Google Doc is another fantastic writing tool. All these are beautiful writing tools that can help you. And another writing tool that I use is Fast Notepad. Now I use this one because it's just so easy to open, and then because as a writer, like I said, you have to be observant. You have to be, you have to always be aware. You have to be present. In wherever you are, you have to be present so that if any idea just come at you like this, you are ready to pick it up. Okay, so you need something like Fast Notepad or Writers Plus. All these are apps that you can download on your phone. So you have no excuse to say that, but I don't know how do I do it? So you don't have to carry jotter or books all about before you can write. No, with your phone, you can document any thoughts that just come at you at any time. All right, using Fast Notepad or Writers Plus. So these are writing tools. These are writing tools. But beyond writing tools, we all know that, like I said, I think I've said this too, that writing is a combination of skills. Writing is a, so when people say beautiful writing piece, they just think that it's just all about picking up phone. When you see Emeka Novis post a very fantastic piece, you just think that, oh, it's just writing. No, it's not just. There's a combination from listening to research. Research is part of writing. You understand? Editing and so many other things. So there are so many skills that go into writing. So, excuse me, the next set of tools I want to share with you is editing tools. A beautiful, writing, any writing that you see that is very beautiful, it has gone through editing. It has gone through editing. And that's why we have editors today. Just like we have writers, we have editors, because if you write a content and then you are misplacing your past tense from your present tense, or you are using wrong spelling, or your sentence is not well constructed, or it is not precise, is not pungent enough, trust me, you are not going to achieve the result we are talking about here. You are not going to be able to make the kind of money that we are talking about, because nobody will take you serious. So for you to prevent that, there are editing tools. You don't have to pay, except maybe you want to publish a book. All right, if you want to publish a book, I recommend working with a standalone editor to thoroughly do justice to your manuscript. But to write generally, I don't pay editors for my content. I edit it myself. I work on it myself. There are a lot of tools that I use, and I'm going to share one with you. I started by using ProWriting Aid. It's a tool. You can just, I think it's prowritingaid.com. You can check on Google. You're going to see it's an editing tool, and for free. You don't have to pay for the paid version. I was using the free version for a long time, and it's going to edit your script for you, or your content. You can put it and it's going to edit it for you. All right, and all you just have to do is to maybe apply the correction it suggests to you. Another tool, because of time, that I'm going to share with you is Grammarly. Grammarly, as I speak with you right now, I have 1 year subscription on Grammarly. I paid for it cost me over 100,000 naira. Yes, you can go and confirm yourself. I paid for 1 full year subscription. These are some of the investments you put into it. I paid well over 6 figures just to have 1 year subscription on Grammarly. So I am a Grammarly subscriber. You see, I use that because I don't want every content I write, I'll be disturbing my editors like that. No, they can get busy on the most important stuff, which is maybe editing the manuscript. But for your day-to-day content or your own short manuscript, you can edit it yourself. So Grammarly is also a fantastic editing tool, and there are many more like that. Then beyond just writing, I think you need editing tools too as a writer. It's not every day you just write. You need to accompany your writing with some good graphics. So you may not be able to afford a graphic designer like today. Now I have a graphics, I have a full time, and I pay on a monthly basis. I have editors, I have many staff working with me now, to the glory of God. But when I started, I didn't have all of these things, so I had to make do with some, apps and softwares that are there that you can use, and I'm sure many people are using them today. So Canva is one of them. There are many of them, but I recommend Canva because that's the one I use. And aside from Canva, another one I use is WordSwag. WordSwag. Yeah, you can download all of these things from Google. I think they are on Google and also on iOS. They are on Google Play Store and iOS. You see, so these are tools. Now these are tools. Having these tools, they will make your work easier. They will make you to be able to compete. All right, because I tell you, the attention span of people today is very short. So if you cannot convince your audience in a matter of seconds that yes, you know what you are talking about, or you are serious, or you are ready to provide value, they are not going to take you serious. And you'll be wondering, why are people not paying me? Just yesterday, 3 people paid for my school of writing for the next part. I started announcing it just yesterday, and 3 people paid 20,000 naira. So just yesterday, I made 60,000 naira from doing nothing, for the school that I've already pre-recorded the content, just like what Emeka Nobis is also doing with his social media, course today. All right, so it's a school, and they just pay and they access it, and I'm making money on the go. I'm going to share all these strategies with you, all right? But you see, to make this money is very easy. It's there. People are making it, all right? But you need to know all these things, and you need to be ready to apply them. All right, every day I make money. Every day, there is no day on earth since maybe 2017 that I am like that. There is no day, and I'm not making this up, I'm telling you for free, there is no day I don't make at least 1,000 naira. There is no day. Every day I make money, every single day. Anyway, let me just leave that one there so that you don't like, saying it's just this writing. Yes, from this writing. So I've talked about tools now, and I think with this, we are ready to look at the strategies that can now help you to start making money from writing. And you see, I need to give, the Bible says that give honor to whom honor is due. I'm somebody that I give honor to whoever honor is due. I value people and I respect people, and whoever has contributed, to my writing skill at one point or the other, I acknowledge them. I know Mr. Emeka Nobis might have forgotten this, but we both had a clash at some time. I'm telling you, even then, I know that we have all evolved and grown up. During my early stage, I remember sharing, one advert on WhatsApp, and Sir Emeka Nobis spoke harshly to me. I'm telling you, I've said that repeatedly. He said some very hurting words, very harsh words, like, oh, this and that. But guess what? I needed that at that time. I needed that. I know for sure with his personality, we can all attest to that. He didn't do that, to kind of make me give up on my passion, but it was coming from a place of me, to develop. All right. Even though those words at that time, they were kind of hurting. All right. But along the line, I need to say that his course, there was a course I took. I can't remember his course now. You might have even forgotten all of these things. But like I said, I give honor to whomever. Along the line, after I realized that, yes, because I went back to my show when he spoke some actually was to me on WhatsApp then. But I went back, and I realized that no, I'm on the right path actually. I may not know all of this, but I think I'm on the, and I kept on. And after a while, I paid for one of his course, and in that course, he actually taught us, ways whereby we can make money from writing. And I was further enlightened, although at this point I started writing, I was already doing stuff with the little knowledge I had. But I remember it was a WhatsApp class then. Remember, she told you at the beginning of this, broadcast that I had been his earliest, member, like on Pen and Ink Master. So I think that course was due to that group then. So it was on writing, and I paid for it. And trust me, that writing led to one of my biggest invention. And I need to say this publicly. Yes, it's led to one of the biggest thing that happened to me back in 2018, and I'm going to share that. All right, but just follow me as I go. So in that course, it taught us the several ways we can make money. It was just writing, and he was making money. So several people paid for that, It was just a right text, it was a text-based course. We're just going to go to the group and read. But trust me, I followed it. It was impactful for me, even though it was very short modules, very short to the point modules, but trust me, it was transformational. And it was from then I realized again that, oh, writing, you can make money from different ways. I didn't even know there are so many ways I'd made money from writing before, prior to that time, that I didn't know that, oh, so this was a thing. I didn't know that, so this was actually a strategy. So that's why I'm sharing all of these stories with you, all right? So number one strategy I will share with you is content creation and research. Content writing, basically, as what many of us know as content writing today, all right? But it's content creation and research. That is one fundamental strategy to make money from writing today. If you want to be a money making writer, if you want to make money more like on a daily basis or or like consistently, please, you need to apply this strategy. It is very, very, powerful. And I'm going to break it down so you know what this means, all right? So back in 2015, I was a content, a writer for some media companies, and I was actually, although I started by earning like 600 naira per article that I wrote for that organization then. But trust me, even though that money was small, but I was very grateful for it because it kind of it was like a foundation to what I have become today. All right. So you can actually write for media organizations. There are so many media organizations even today that they are still seeking writers because they don't have the time to start. They are busy with many other things, so they just need writers. So if you know you're a writer, many organizations are looking for you. You can become a content writer to such organizations. So content writing is a very viable strategy to make money from writing. By being a content writer, you can make money on a day-to-day basis. It is as simple as that. Yes, it's as simple. It's just for you to you see all the principles I taught you from the beginning. Just apply it and then use that strategy as your means to what to start making money from writing. Okay, so there are many organizations and beyond just on media organization. I tell you another ways. I just trust me, I love sharing stories even in between the teaching and all of that. So permit me if I'm bringing in stories to just elaborate my point. Another way I made money from this same strategy was that I worked with someone on Facebook for a whole year. I'm telling you, I worked before and what? It was just my writing skill. I was a content and community manager for the person's Facebook group, just Facebook group. Oh, and I was earning money every month. Every month, I'm telling you, I'm talking about maybe this was in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So content writing is a thing. It's a very powerful strategy to make money from writing today. A lot of people are overlooking it. They are thinking that, oh, this is just we're just going about content writing. Content writing, is it really true? Is it really true? Are people really making money from it? I tell you, people are making money from it. I am a proof of that. All right, a lot of people are making money. There are still many writers needed today because not everybody that, even though we know that yes, AI and all of that is developing, but there are still some people that are still needed, to provide the service so you can fill that gap. Because of time, that's why I'm rushing this, honestly. But I know that you are following me. The next strategy I would love to share
No,
with you.
Emma, if you go ahead, though, this is a teaching session. Me, I'm
Okay, sir.
just behind here in the background. So go
Okay,
ahead.
thank
If
you,
you
sir.
want to
Oh,
take 1 hour, 30 minutes, it's fine.
oh,
Just
thank you,
just
sir.
feel. All
Okay,
right.
sir.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Oh, good. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So I think you already understand that content. So let me quickly say something about content writing, like content research and development, which is still what I call content writing. Let me just use content writing because that's the time we the professionals, we have our name. So let me just go by the name everybody knows, content writing. Let me share with you a practical strategy to make this work for you. All right, let me break it down because I'm a coach, so I love breaking things down for people so that they will just take my templates and just apply it and they will get the results that they want. Okay, now here is the thing. Do you want to apply this strategy to yourself to start making money from writing? Here is what you need to do. You need to be clear. You see, we are going back to the principles I taught you earlier. Why do you want to write? What solution do you want to provide? So you need to be clear. For some of us, for me, I was clear when I was making money from this strategy. Today, I am not really into it. I've got some other strategies which I'm going to share with you as well. But when I started making money from this strategy, here is the step-by-step guide or the steps I took in order to start making money from this strategy. Now, you need to be clear about what solution do you want to provide. All right, what kind of writing. You need to have a niche. So let me quickly talk about niche here. Niche is your area of specialization. So yes, you are a writer, I'm a writer, but we may not be the same niche. All right, we may not be writing on the same thing. Today there are so many people. We have people writing on relationship. I think some weeks ago Mr. Anani was here to talk about sex, because he's a what sex therapist and relationship counselor. That is his niche. Can you see? So he talks. So if you go to his timeline, you will see he talks about writing. He uses his writing skill. He uses his writing skill to what? To talk about either relationship or things relating to relationship, basically, and marriage. So that is niche. So you need to have a niche. So you cannot just, because if you just go and talk to, maybe you want to start writing for because I know that Mr. Emeka Nobis runs a company today which is Switch Paths Consulting. Maybe you want to apply to his organization. If you just go, oh, Mr. Emeka, I love what you do. I would like to start working with you as a writer. I can write very well. I can be one of your content writers, and blah blah. And you are just like that, and you are not clear about exactly how do you want to come in. You are not going to get an answer. Can you see? So all these things has steps. They have strategy. They have practical things you need to do. So it's not magic, and it's not theoretical. It's practical. So you have to be clear. So now what I did was that I know that I'm good with inspiration. And that's my purpose, all right? So I'm all about helping people to become the better version of themselves in life. And that's, if you follow my content, many of my content revolve around that, okay? So I am not this I'm not into football, I'm not into so many things, all right? Okay, but when it comes to helping people to become better version of themselves, inspiring people, helping them to get better personal development, I know I am good with that. So I looked for many of these media organizations that, okay, they are into this thing that I'm doing, right? And I wrote to them. Of course, I didn't get answers, but then luckily I worked with one. I think that organization has gone down now, but I can still mention their name. It was Enterprise Boom. I worked with that person, and for that, I think for almost a year. And what we were doing in that organization, the media, this thing was content on business. So I'm also good with some business content, but in the area of personal development. All right. So I was writing for them. So you need to be clear which area, what is your niche. Okay. So then once you are clear, then do a research of organizations that are interested in that your niche, or people. It may not really be organizations. So let me just break it down so you don't get scared. All right. There are so many people out there. There are many professionals that need writer like you. Many professionals that they are already busy. They're already, into so many other things. So they need people that can just take up some aspect of things for them. I'm telling you, this is what I do full time. I'm a full-time writer. If I tell you this thing, just take it from me that is the truth. I know this because that is the field I am. So there are many people interested in these skills, as I tell you. It's just for you to do a research, just for you to go online and do your work. Don't wait. Many mistakes that many people are doing is they wait. Oh, they are waiting when somebody will remember me one day and mention that, oh, I need a writer, I need a content writer. You will wait. Oh, you might wait for the next 100 years and they will not remember you. But when you go in search of your client, when you go in search of your customer, your client, I tell you, you are closer to getting results. You are closer to getting results. So don't wait for your client to come to you. Go in search of them. Go in search of them. So if you know that you want to apply this strategy right now, just do what I said. Be clear of your goal. Be clear of the solution you want to provide. For some of us, we are very good with travels. We are very good with travels, like travel content. Come on, there are so many travel blogs that are not really doing well in Nigeria today, and you are good with that. Or who do you think are responsible for all those travel? If you go to Google now and click some travel this thing, you'll see so many content. Oh, like 5 beautiful places you can visit for your holiday. Five, those are content. They are the works of, content. They are the work of content writers. Those are works of what? Content writers. All those content you read. So you can, if you know that's your own area. For some people it is fashion. You are good with fashion. You are very good with fashion. There are so many fashion blogs that are not really, that they need writers that will write engaging content, that will write educating content. If you are that person, what are you doing? You are leaving money on the table if you are just there. You are leaving money on. So this content, right? You see, I can go on and like I said, and that's why I'm breaking it down, because Semika Nobis has permitted me, and that's why I have to quickly share how you can start making money right away. Even on Facebook there are many people. You see, when we were about starting, Semika Nobis said that he had to, because he had evolved, so he had to shut down Pen and Ink Master. I can remember it was just like yesterday, because I had always been there. So I was there when he started. I was there when he was wrapping it up. I know there was this news that people were like, really, really, but he had to move on to other things. But do you know that if you are a content writer, you can work with someone that has a Facebook group? Yes. You can work with. That was what I did. These are the things I've done, actually. You understand? That was what I did in those days, and I made money. And those money were they were life saving, for because I was broke then. I needed this money, and they were just very, very useful for my life then. So you can also apply all these things. There are people you can meet, and you can write a proposal to them, let them know. But of course, you must have something to show, because no serious person wants anybody to waste their time today. So if you don't have anything to show, they'll not pay attention to you. But when you have results to show that, okay, you can help them manage that, you can be a community manager for their Facebook group, by developing and engaging content and handling it will not be the whole of the whole aspect of the group, but in terms of the content aspect, you can be there for them. They can hire you, and you can be getting some bucks every single month. You can get a minimum of 50,000 to 150,000 doing this thing that I just told you. I'm telling you, a minimum. That's why I said a minimum of 50,000 just doing this one, just one. Then imagine if you now have like 5 company or people you are working with. Yeah, that's like 300 or 400,000 monthly for you. I know it sounds like, this, but it is feasible. You can actually make it happen if you are really, really interested. So that is it on content writing, and I'm sure I'm clear enough. I'm sure you've gotten heads way on that. You can get on this and start making money if you are really interested in that strategy. But it's not just this. After content writing, after I tasted content writing, like I told you, I'm this person that I'm all about development. I don't run from criticism, correction. Of course, criticism and correction is, but I don't run from I don't run from investing in myself, doing something that will help me to grow. So when I was making money, then no matter how little it was, I was investing it back into my skill. And that's another lesson for you. You must be willing. See, this I know for sure what I'm bringing to you. This I know how much I charge, for my writing school. Like I said, 20,000 naira. But I'm bringing everything, and I tell you, you can take everything I've taught you now and start making money right away. I guarantee you. I'm not hiding anything from you. But this is not enough. You must not just be all about freebie. You must not just wait. I know Simeka Nobis is doing this. I think on Saturday again, there's another show that is going to happen here, which is very educated. He's bringing people that they are well vetted. You cannot come to Simeka Nobis timeline and you are not someone that he has vetted or is sure that yes, you can provide value. It's not possible, right? Because he has his reputation to protect. So I know he's bringing more value and great value here. But no, you don't just have to wait and relax for his free content. No, you understand? He has books. I think he has well over 12 books, if I'm not mistaken. I think about 12 books, if I'm not mistaken. I have quite a number of his books. He has books. If you have gotten his books and maybe you want more, he has courses. He has courses. He has course on. There was one that I paid for, I think around December. That was last year. It was about if you want to, I think training the train or something. Like he has course, several course. He has one on social media. He has course on writing. He has course on on book marketing. Just name it. He has course on ebook money. He has course on making money on a daily basis. You know, I told you I'm making money on a daily basis. He has course on that. So if any of this thing interests you, you know, you should also invest in your skills. So don't just stay one place. So that was what I was doing. I remember I told you that when I started making I paid for his course too, which now later, you know, helped me, you know, which opened my eyes to the fact that, oh, there are so many ways. So this way I'm making money from. So there are so many other ways. Of course, I later discovered more things myself because I kept investing and investing in myself. So please, you need to keep investing in yourself. So like I said, after making money from content writing, I paid for a certain course then. I can't even remember, but it was also on this writing. And during that point, I met another person there, and that person introduced me to another form of making money from writing, and that brings me to what freelance writing. Many people mistake these things, but they have their names and they all have their. So freelance writing, you know, it's another form. It is another strategy. Let not it's a strategy to make money from it. And I'm going to explain so you will understand it. You see, I've talked about content writing. See the strategy, how I explain it, how I broke it down, how you know you can start making money from content writing immediately. You see how I did that. Now, freelance writing too, I will show you how you can get on board with this strategy and start, you know, making money with this strategy. Now, freelance writing is very beautiful. Mostly I recommend this for writers who have not yet, you know, they've not, maybe they don't have your audience yet, and you've not really been making money from writing, and you don't even know how to start making money from writing. Freelance writing is your starting point. Freelance writing is the easiest way you can start making money from writing right now. And I'm saying right now because I can tell you, you don't need to have extra, you don't need to come and pay anybody. I'm telling you, you can, I will show you how you can start that right now and you can get on board with this strategy. Okay. So now, excuse me, there are freelance websites. To leverage this strategy, you need to understand, you know, different freelance websites that you can apply on so that you can start making money from this strategy. I will share with you. So that day, this lady now told me about Fiverr. I've been hearing of Fiverr. Remember, I've been hearing of Fiverr back in 2015 and all of that. But I was thinking it was just on maybe all these technical skills like coding, like photography, all those. I was thinking now. So that day, the lady she enlightened me. She made me realize that no, she was making money from Fiverr as a writer. Just write content for people. Just write content. That's all. I was flabbergasted. I was so surprised. I was like, "Are you for real?" Showed me practically. Very simple. I went to fiverr.com. I created an account. It's just like you are creating a Facebook account. I'm telling you, I did that. I was like, for real? But here is the thing. Here is what I discovered. You know, she was not really a teacher. She was not a coach. She was just someone who was making money from that strategy. So you need to understand that there is difference between these things. You may know something, but you may not be able to teach others. Okay? So that's where we are different. So don't think you are wasting money when you pay people to teach you something. Don't think you are wasting money. Even if you go to, even if that thing is on YouTube or is on Google, you may go to YouTube, Google, and you watch it and you don't understand it jack until you pay somebody that will what teach you in the language you understand, and you can question that person can reply you. So please, when you are paying the Don for anything, yeah, you are not doing any a favor. You are not doing anything. You are doing yourself a big favor. Okay, so she didn't really, but she at least she gave me the information I need. So I need to, I went ahead myself to do my learnings. Okay, and here is what I found out. You can register. So if I just leave it, if I don't want to be sincere with you, if I just want to leave it on the surface, I'll just tell you that's it. I will just tell you Fiverr and go, and you now go there. You now jump on Fiverr. Okay, just create an account and you now sit down and be waiting. Let me start making money now. Let money start coming in. You can be there. You can be on Fiverr for 20 years and you not make one one kobo. You will not make one kobo. So listen to me and listen good. I want to share with you the secret that many, even Fiverr experts, will not share with you. I want to share with you not just Fiverr. You can register on Upwork. You see, I have all of these things on my head because this is what I do. There's difference between somebody that is, just stealing some content from here and there, and someone who is into this. Okay, there is freelancer.com, there is guru.com. Use a platform, but I will recommend that just start with two, meaning maybe maximum of two, minimum of one. I would suggest one. Start with one first, but if you just want to be on a good side, start with two. So I'm just naming these sites so that you know that you have options. You have options. So, but I will recommend Upwork and Fiverr. Upwork and Fiverr. Now, here is the secret. If you want to start making money on Upwork, listen to me. This is a premium secret. This is what I share with only my students in my school of writing and all. But I'm going to share with you for free because it's a big. I know how much to get here. I actually know. Samika Nobels may not know, but I know the value of coming for him hosting you on his platform to come live to share your stuff. It's not. It's it's premium. I know that. I know it's worth a 150K if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I cannot come here and then I will be holding back or I will not tell you everything that you need to know. All right. So I need to give you that is, and I didn't pay for this. I didn't pay. This is a gift from him to me. All right. So I need to be grateful. So I need to be generous with what I'm sharing. So I want to share with you this secret. But please, if you want to start applying this strategy to your writing skill, I need you to pay keen attention to what I'm going to share with you right now. Before I'm starting now, before you go after creating your account, before you start, filling in your bios and all of those things, because you need to fill in. Once you get on those platforms, you will see where you need to fill in your information and all of that. Before you start doing nonsense, this is what many people will not tell you. Listen to this key strategy. The first thing you should do, and don't let anybody do this one for you. You can pay every Fiverr as part and all of that, but this is something you need to do by yourself. If you don't want to waste money, if you don't just want to go and be staying there, be seeing others making money from Fiverr, Upwork, and you are doing nothing as a writer. Here's what you need to do. Do a research. It's very simple, very practical. Now pick up your phone, go to this website, then search the top in that your own field. So let's say maybe you want to be a content writer, you want to write on relationship and stuff. Search. There are people there. There are people already doing what you want to do. You are not the new person. You are not the first person that will be doing anything like that on Fiverr. Okay. So there are already people that are doing it on Fiverr. They are already making it. They're already there. They are not. They don't need you. Fiverr don't need you. Upwork don't need you. Okay. They already have all these things. They're already there. All right. But it's you that need them. So here it is. So if you want to, this is the hack. This is the hack. Before you start going to do all of those this thing, filling in your gigs and all of that, here is what you need to do. Do that research. Get on board first. That's create an account. Then go and do a research. Or even before you click an account, you can just click on Fiverr right now and do a research on people that are doing what you really want to do. Now go and study how they created their account. What are the things? What are the keywords they used? How did they do? What's on their profile? How is their profile? How is it looking like? What kind of picture did they use? Go and study very well. How did they write their bio? How did they write their bio? How did they write it? Study it. Look at it very well. All right. Then I'm not saying that you should just copy and paste what they did. No. Then use their own template. All right. Use their template to now come up with something that that is now original to you, but that's using their template. Okay. Let me break this down. Let me make it easier again for you. We are on Sir Emeka Nobi's Facebook timeline. Let's say you want to be doing exactly what Emeka Nobis is doing today, and you want to be making money like he's making money today. All right. Before you just start going about to do nonsense, the first thing, just come up with timeline. Look at how is his Facebook profile picture. How is it? Copy that. How is it? Okay, he has his picture. Very cute guy. Took a professional distance. Go and do it. That means you've gotten one strategy there. I mean, one key thing there, that I need to take a very good picture. Put it there. Maybe plain background, he wore hat. Maybe you want to copy the art, fine. But if you don't want to copy it, fine. You do that. You have your Facebook profile. How did he prepare his bio? Okay, he did this. Follow his. Just learn and use it. Not just one person, by the way. Now, when you're on Fiverr, try to research from at least one to 3 to 5 persons, okay? Because you are going to get so many. When you now sit, take all the knowledge now used to form your own, then form your own very, very well, okay? So once you do that, I tell you, people think that week, go and try this. That week, it will shock you. You can have your first request. I'm telling you, you can have your first request, and people will want to, pay for your service, for your writing service. Okay, so this is it. That is the secret to making money from freelance writing. So many people come out together and say, "Oh, Fiverr don't work. Oh, Upwork does not work. Oh, this one, all these platforms is just a lie, Jerry." They are telling you their own reality. They are not telling you the reality of people. They are telling you their reality. Do you know since when these platforms, have been existing? And do you know how many people that have made millions, thousands of dollars? And this the beautiful thing about this platform, they pay you in foreign currencies. They pay you in dollars. So that means this is another credible way to start earning in dollars. You don't have to earn in naira. This is another powerful way to start earning in dollars. So this strategy is beautiful. This strategy is something that you can apply as a writer. So quit this thing that, oh, how can I start making money for it? It's a lie. Writers are broke. Writers are broke. You are only broke because writers, don't generalize it. You are the one that is broke. Writers are not broke. So even if you don't have everything today, you can start with freelance writing. The beautiful thing about this is that they don't know anything about you. So they don't know, maybe you have 0 Facebook followers. Can you see why freelance writing is powerful? When it comes to content writing, like I said, the strategy and how I broke it to you, it may be important that you have some level of a follower, some results, some visible results, if you want to actually get a gig in content writing and all. But in freelance writing, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So far you can do the job, your job. They don't care, your Facebook, this thing, all of those things. They don't, so it's good for starters, up and coming, writers. You can start making money. That's why I tell people today, anybody who comes to me and they're like, "Are you sure I can start in the next 30 days? Are you sure I can really start making money?" And I tell them, who tell you cannot? You can start making money from the 7th day. Yes, if you know what you are doing. So let me stop there. That is enough for you to start getting results. Now the next strategy, which many of us have seen, but a lot of people have abused it, and a lot of people think that, oh, because we are now in the age of internet, I can just go ahead and do anyhow. But trust me, if you do it the right way, you will get the right results. Yes, in my adage, that's in Yoruba, we have this saying called "Toba she bo she she, o ma ri bo she ri," meaning that if you do it the way it ought to be done, you will get the desired results. All right. So now this next strategy, please pay keen attention and ensure that, don't say because I've shared it with you, just go ahead and start doing nonsense. No, please. Everything you learn here, apply it the right way. All right. Good, because you know that Emeka Nobis does not do rubbish. Is from his visuals to his strategies, everything is on point. So take that from him. All right. So now this next strategy is ebook publishing. Ebook publishing. Ebook publishing. You can start making money on the go by publishing your ebook. I think it was last year, Mrs. Joy Nobis, that's our mama, Mr. Emeka Nobis' wife, published her first book, her first ever book. And if I'm not exaggerating, I think she made millions from that book. Because I follow Mr. Emeka Nobis well. She made millions from that book. What does that tell you? Ebook. It was an ebook. It was not printed. Ebook. All she did was to just write. She just wrote something, then published it as an ebook and sold it. But now it's not easy that way. The way I just said it now, you're like, whoa, I can make millions. Yes, you can make millions from ebook publishing, but then you need to do it right. If you like the example I gave, I'm using Joy Nobis as an example because I know that her book was a success. But go and check the cover of the book. Catchy. So that's one thing a lot of people don't know. They're just like, oh, I want to start making money from ebook. But they'll just, you are not a graphic designer, you don't know how to design good graphics, and you just can't do anything. How are you now going to compete? How do you expect me to sacrifice my 5,000 naira or 2,000 naira or 1,000 naira to buy something that is not even enticing, that is not even drawing me, that does not even look appealing? So it's not, it doesn't work that way. So I'm sure she paid for that. The layout, how is the layout? Is it well laid out? Is the formatting professionally done? If you don't have all these skills, there are publishers you can work with. There are publishers you can work with, all right, that will help you do these things. You can just pay them and you have your ebook. And then when it comes to the market now, it doesn't end there. People now think that it ends there, that it's just for you to write. So trust me, ebook publishing is a way that many writers can start making money today, but a lot of things go into it. And I'm so happy that Mr. Eneko Anobis has written your book will sell. So you don't have excuse. He has written your book will sell. He has course on it. He has a book on it. So you don't have excuse. He has everything for everybody. All right. So you can buy your book will sell, and you'll be able to learn the strategies that you can apply to start selling that your ebook. And one ebook can make you a millionaire. One ebook can make you 2 million naira in a year. If you know what you are doing, if you put in the work, if you put in the what, the investment and the sacrifice. So you can see, so what's this excuse about, you are a writer and you're not making money? You are the one that does not want to make money. Now, I'm done on that. The next strategy I'm going to share with you, which is everybody knows me as that today. Hey, it's my favorite. I think like God created this strategy for me because this strategy made me where I am today, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like I promise you that I'm going to tell you everything today. All right. So if you see me balling today, if you see me smiling, this strategy is one of the most lucrative way to make money from writing, and I'm not kidding. I'm telling you. And what is that? Ghost writing. Ghost writing. When I say ghost writing, a lot of people are like, ghost writing. Which one is that one again? Yes, ghost writing. What does it mean? That is just in a layman term, it's just writing on behalf of somebody without taking, you know, you write for someone and you are not taking credit for it, but you are getting paid for it. So I just have to define it in a layman term so that you can understand what I'm saying. All right. So if you want to make money from writing, ghostwriting is another means. Ghostwriting is another secret strategy. Okay, it's not even secret, it's out there, but you must also know how to do it. Okay, now if anyone is looking for a ghostwriter, trust me, that person is as chop up. So ghostwriting, the clientele, all right, or the audience seeking ghostwriting service, they are mostly people that are not, money is not their problem anymore. All right, most. I'm not saying that some broke people too are not looking for a ghostwriter as well. Everyone wants value. Once they see value, they want value. Okay, but the truth is that most people looking for this service, they are already high network individuals. All right, and that's what does that tell you? That means that is where money is. That means that one ghostwriting gig can get you, just one from one client can get you as much as 300,000, as much as 600,000. And I'm not making it up. I'm telling you what has repeatedly, you can charge last year, but the deal didn't pull through. The deal didn't pull through, but I want to make it as an example because I don't know why it didn't pull through. But last year, I got a gig, a ghostwriting gig from somebody. Yes, last year. The I was the person I was referred to that person. Yeah. Now we went through every process. In fact, we've done all the paperwork and everything. Ask me how much I charged. 7 million naira. Only writing. Yes, it was a biographic gig. You want to write the person's story. It was just writing. I'm telling you. Now many, like maximum to take me 2 months to just finish that. Maximum. Maximum. I'll finish it. You understand? 7 million naira. But they were ready. I don't know what happened. I don't know till today, but I'm using that as an example that if that pulled through, And I tell you that I made 7 million naira from writing. Like how many freelance writer? I'm not saying you cannot make that from freelance writing, but to be difficult. But with ghostwriting, you can make bulk money instantly from ghostwriting. If that was to pull through, that's from just one client. I can make 7 million naira from writing from just one client. If in that say for within that 2 months, I closed like 5 clients, and maybe one paid me 300,000, another paid me 500,000, another paid me 1 million, another paid me 7 million. Tell me, how am I going to be broke? How am I going to be good? So tell me, if I tell you that I'm making money every day, do you now see where do you see the secret? Do you see the secret? Do you see that it's not a lie? You understand? You get. So you keep working and you keep making money. So ghostwriting is beautiful. Ghostwriting is wonderful. But here's the thing again. I told you I'm a coach, so I love breaking it down. I don't just want to just carry this knowledge and start thinking, but how do I now apply it? How do I now start making money from it? So now, if you want to make money as a ghostwriter, the same strategy you or the same lessons I taught you from the beginning, which is the content writing, the same thing. You need to have a niche. You need to have a niche. You understand? You know, do you want to? For me now, I write inspiration, although I run a company anyway, so we do all of that. But for me personally, I can take care of relationship manuscripts. That's book. I can write a book on relationship, on marriage, relationship, courtship. I can write a book on that. I can write a book on inspiration, personal development, self-help book. I can write on that. I can write a book on Christian literatures, Christian, maybe on salvation and all of those things. I can write it. That's my niche. Those are my content. If you even follow me on Facebook, those are the where my content tilts towards. But then there are other people, they are very good with fiction. So you can see. So you need to what decide which niche, what is your own niche, because you cannot be all over the place. You cannot be all over the place. You need to decide. So because there are many clients too, there are many people that are looking for this different ghostwriting service. So some people, they want to publish a novel. They don't have the time. They have the money. They don't mind spending as much as 3 million naira. They see somebody that will help them and just take their story and bet it out. I'm telling you, you can charge as much as 3 million naira. I'm not kidding. I'm telling you what. Actually, I just told you that last year I charged somebody 7 million naira, and on like that. If you come to my organization, like you request for ghostwriting service, we'll tell you our fee, and we don't even shy on it. Give you our fee. Just go straight in, just for some people to say, no be just to write, no be just to write. Hey, if it's just to write, go and write it now. If it's just to write, go ahead and write it. So there are a lot of people that will pay you money to write on their behalf. Okay. So ghostwriting is another powerful and lucrative way to start making money from writing. I know I've shared so much, I know I've poured out my heart, but I'll share one last strategy with you so that we can wrap up this this thing, okay? One more strategy, and that is a strategy I talked about earlier. You know, when I said after I attended the Mika Nobi's training on WhatsApp, and it taught us other ways to make money from writing, I went ahead to bet something that radically changed my life, at least that year. And what do I bet? I bet a course, an online course called Writers Masterclass. Writers Masterclass. You understand? I had been making money from writing. I had learned several ways to make money from writing by myself. Then I went ahead to invest, attended the Mekanobis class. It taught me more ways. I combined all those knowledge. I went ahead to launch my own course too. Beautiful, easy peasy. What was I using? WhatsApp. How much was the course? That was 2018, 10,000 naira. I'm telling you, and before I shut down that course entirely, before I said bye bye to that course, a minimum of over close to, I'm not exaggerating, no, I think about 300 people took it in within a year. Yes, before I shut it down, because I shut that down. I think I shut it down. I started in 2018. That 2008, the first year actually, I made a million plus on the course every month. A minimum of 10 people were taking it every month because it was a month by month. So that was what I focused on. If you research my content on Facebook and research back, most of my content in 2018, you will see it was mostly on writing, because that was when I launched that online course. And I only wrote, I just what did I do? I just typed my knowledge on I prepare them as a module, module one, module two, module three, module four, module five, module six, module seven, module eight, module nine, module 10. And I just shared it. I just shared my thoughts. That was it. And guess what? Those thoughts were powerful. Everyone who paid for my course will always refer other people of like, wow, this guy knows what he's teaching. This guy is good. Oh, wow, this guy, come on, this guy changed my life. I've got many people on this social media platform that they are thankful to me, for revolutionizing their writing career. Yeah, because they took my writing course at that time. You get so course creation is another thing now, but it's not limited to writing. Me, my field is writing. So that's why I'm using writing as an example. Okay, that was how I applied it. I applied the strategy. But for you, if you are knowledgeable in fashion, you can prepare an online course. You can write content on online course. Prepare an online course on fashion. I told you that last week. I said last week, year, I was in a class also with Emeka Nobis, and it was a text-based content, text-based, and trust me, everybody was wow. We are over 100 in that class, and it was wow. It was also on how to make money from this course stuff and online course thing. So if you really want to make money from online course, I will also recommend that you take some of the cannabis courses so that you can understand the nitty-gritty, because it's the boss, is the don in this area. It was the reason why I paid for that course last year, because I know that I'm doing well by the special grace of God, but I need to do more. There is no limit to knowledge. No knowledge is a waste. And if you feel like you've arrived, that's the day you start dying. If you feel like, oh, I've known it all, that's the day you are depreciating actually. Okay, so you must keep learning, and that's one thing again you learn from the cannabis. He keeps learning. I saw one of his posts some other time. I said he has paid for a class by Victor Bassi. You understand? You will be imagining that this guy, with all the things he knows, with all the content, and what else does he need again? That tells you this personality. It tells you that, okay, this person knows the secret. So please learn from people like him. He has given us all the secrets. He has given us all the template. He's showing it, he's living it, he's acting it, he's applying it, and he's getting the result we are all celebrating today. So this thing is practical. This thing is achievable. If you are just ready to do the work. All right. So I will be stopping here. I don't know if there are any questions for me. I'm sorry that I took your time. I'm done. I'm sorry if I took a little bit of your time, and I hope I've been able to add value. I hope I've been able to add value. All right. Hello, sir. Am I still
Yeah,
live?
Emma,
Okay.
thank you so much. I'm here. Thank you so much for all the things that you have been dropping. I've been in the background myself learning. Thank you for all that you have been doing and teaching in the background. All right. So, guys, I don't know if you've got questions. If you've got questions, please go ahead and drop your questions. Emma, I will be out for a minute or two. Thank you for what you've shared. So if you've got, in all that you've shared, maybe intermediate the video say, how can I work with you to start making money? Got a training or something, in the next 2-3 minutes, just share while I just quickly rush back. And you guys, if you've got questions, please drop in the comment section. When we get back, we'll start to pick your questions and then we'll ask him. So in 2-3 minutes, I'll be back. Okay, go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you very much. So I remember saying that I run an online school. It is called Writing, Tebiba School of Writing, Tebiba School of Writing. So in Tebiba School of Writing, what do we do? It is the place whereby we birth and build, exceptional, influential, and money-making writers. I'll take that again. Teliba, School of Writing is that orb, is the citadel, is the platform where we birth, refine, and deploy exceptional, influential, and money-making writers. So if you want to be exceptional, if you want to be an influential writer, and if you want to be able to make money from writing, then I will recommend that you attend Tebiba School of Writing. It is a revolutionary school. You cannot attend Tebiba School of Writing and regret. We launched Tebiba School of Writing last year, and since last year and now, close to about 100 people have taken the school. The registration fee is 20,000 naira only, but I guarantee you that that is heavily discounted. It is heavily discounted. If we should put the entry fee at 250,000, we are not overpricing the school. The school is well tailored, to serve and suit your needs. All right. So if you are interested, you can just hit me up. You can just send me a Facebook message, Emmanuel Latunji Iga, Emmanuel Latunji EGA, Iga. You can just send me a Facebook message, or you can send a WhatsApp message to 081 86 80 83 23. 081 86 80 83 23. You can send a WhatsApp message there. And you can also, if you want to just go straight to the website and read about the school more, want to read more about the school and maybe sign up from the website is www.stepbibaschoolofwriting.com. www.stepbibaschoolofwriting.com. So these are the avenues you can subscribe and be part of the school. But like I said, the school is the best school of writing. I don't think there's any other school like that. When it comes to writing, there's no school like the Viva School of Writing. Our students are testifying such. You cannot attend the Viva School of Writing and you will regret it. It is a platform whereby you will be very grateful. It will be the best investment you give yourself. Honestly, to be the best and the best investment you put in yourself if you are to attend the Teliba School of Writing. It is guaranteed. It is guaranteed. Everyone who has attended has had positive things to say about the school. There are so many testimonials. We have testimonials that I've not even shared. I cannot exhaust them all right. And our students are actually doing well. They leave the school to birth one thing or the other, all right. Except maybe you are lazy, except maybe you are not ready to actually make money, or are not ready to do the work. You're not ready to become the kind of writer you've dreamed to be, all right, or you've dreamed to be. Then I don't know what else. But if you are really ready and you believe that you are going to put the needed work, then the Tebiba School of Writing is the place to be. Thank you very much, sir. I'm very, very grateful. So that's it. So again,
Thank you. Thank you
yeah,
so
thank
much,
you,
Emma.
sir.
I don't think there are no questions I'm seeing in the background, so it looks
All right,
like
sir.
everything you did really made a lot of sense. All right. So,
Thank you, sir.
guys,
God bless
thank you
you,
so
sir.
much for coming on this live stream. I'm
Thank
grateful.
you.
I'm happy that I mean, we've started planning this thing since last year. So I'm grateful that finally we've been able to have this session today. Thank you for coming on to teach. People tell me, Emeka, come and teach me how to do writing. Come and write. I tell them, I've moved on, man. I don't teach how to write anymore. I've moved on to other things. So if it's marketing and other things, yeah, but I don't teach how to write anymore. So we've got Ima. He still teaches you how to write before he moves on to other things. Now um, he's now selling cars, and maybe when he starts selling Rolls Royces now, that will be giving him 20 million naira profit per car. Not be teaching writing again. So it's better now that he's teaching writing now. Go and learn. All right.
Yes.
So, guys, thank you so much for being
Thank
part
you,
of the
sir.
session. And thank you,
Thank you.
everyone who tuned in. Thank you
Thank you
for
for
learning.
everything
Thank
you
you
did,
for
sir. God bless
participating in
you.
the live stream. And all we're asking is to go and actualize by practicing. It's in putting in the practice that you can be able to get the results. All right. So, if you like, learn, write notes, write 1,000 words down on your notes. But the difference is when you take a step, when every day wake up and put something down, every day wake up and take an action, do a step. That is when you can see the result. All right. So thank you everyone for tuning into this live stream. God bless you. From me again, tomorrow, next same time, 12 noon, I'm bringing another woman to teach us something different. And I look forward to all you guys being part of the session again. God bless you and have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.